Higher Speaking Assessment, Paper 3, June 6, 2014.
My name is Elvin Hesenli. My candidate number is 140.
My name is Huseyn Abbasov. My candidate number is 217.
Hello, Hussein. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay, Alvin, and you?
Thank you very much. I'm fine too. Hussein, if you don't mind, I would like to discuss some questions with you.
Yes, please.
Hussein, could you talk a little bit about your family background? I mean, your parents, your siblings.
Yes, of course. I have a nuclear family. My
Mhm.
parents, my elder brother, and me. And in my family, my father is a breadwinner, and he worked as an engineer, but recently he dropped out of the job and
Mhm.
began his own business. My mother doesn't work, and she is a housewife. And my brother studies at the university, which is located in Ganja. As for me, I'm specializing in processing optimization engineering and at Baku Higher School. And what about your family?
I don't come from extended family either. My father is also a breadwinner of my family, like in your family, and he's a little bit strict person. But unlike to my father, my mother is very easygoing one, and
Like my mother.
yes, she is teacher. About my brother, I can say that he's jack of all trades. And my sister is married and she has graduated from university. About my sister, I can say that I always really get on with my sister, and you know that I am student at Baku High Oil School, and sometimes we want to get around my relatives, my family members, and really like to get things off in our chest with our parents or siblings.
And Elvin, in your leisure time, what kind of things are you engaged in? I mean, what are your hobbies?
Well, actually, as I'm a student, I cannot find enough leisure time for me. But when I find some leisure time, I try to spend it very enjoyable for me. And I would say that I am fan of football,
Really?
both of them, watching and playing football. And when I am playing or watching football, I'm immersed in it. Even when I watch football, someone around me calls me. I cannot realize then someone asks me to do something. And just I would say that I'm into football. Football is my life.
Are you good at football?
Not actually, I wouldn't say that I'm perfectionist in playing football. Just I'm voluntary player. And how about you? Your hobbies?
And in my leisure time, when I have such an opportunity, uh, I generally tend to playing the piano or singing songs, and these are among my hobbies. And when I listen to something, I really feel very good, and I feel as if I'm on the top of the clouds.
Mhm.
Really, it has a very relaxing effect on my body. And my favorite genre is pop music.
Really?
Yeah.
Now then, let's move on to more academic part. And in this part, we will talk a little bit about health. And would you describe your diet as a healthy or unhealthy? And if healthy, why? If not healthy, again, why?
Uh, in terms of food, actually not, because
Mhm.
as I'm a student, I don't have enough time to eat something healthy, and I'm obliged to go to some eateries such as McDonald's and KFC, and we are served some unhealthy foods, some fizzy drinks, and
And sorry for interruption. I know that you do stay at a dormitory, yes?
yes.
And there is an eatery there. And do you use this eatery or not?
Not because I don't like the quality of food, although the canteen is very near to our dormitory.
Mhm.
And Ellen, what about you? What do you think
Actually,
about it?
you know that I stay at a dormitory too, and staying at a dormitory for students is not all plain sailing because besides the very hard lessons, you are obliged to prepare your meal yourself, and it's not very easy one. Therefore, sometimes I prefer to use some fast food, and actually. After very challenging lesson, I am very tiring, and if we pay attention to that, I start to my English from the zero level, and
And Ellen, sorry for interruption. What kind of food do you prepare?
actually, you know that scrambled egg is one of them that we can easily prepare it, and it takes a little time. That's why I prefer some kind of these kinds of food.
And Elvin, if you have some time, what, how much exercise do you do in a week,
Well,
and what kind of exercise?
As I cannot find enough time, I do not go in for sports always, but especially at the weekends, I try to some find and to be engaged in some sport activity, because you know that it may have very positive effect on our health in
Absolutely.
terms of keeping our body strong. And when I am engaged in sports activity, I feel as fit as a fiddle, and just 3 or 4 times during the week, and of course 2 of them during the weekends, and it is very enjoyable and beneficial for my health. Just
Yes.
this. And what about you? How much time do you spend on going in for sports?
I don't spend much time on sports, but if I have time, enough time, and I'm engaged in jogging at the weekends, and by in this way I can keep my body fit, and sometimes I cycle in the streets, and
Really?
just for just for
Cycle? Oh.
fun. And uh, I think that every person should do in, some exercises
So I
in.
completely agree with you,
Yes.
because it's very, as I said before, it's very beneficial for our health. And Hussein, some people believe that if you want to keep yourself health, everything depends on you. But others
Yes.
think that the more thing depends on governments, and governments should take some responsibility in terms of keeping people's health. What's your opinion about these ideas?
I completely agree with you, and everything begins from you. And but governments have a great role on this, and I think that they should take some reasonable steps uh, to um, to give some
Yes, you
opportunities.
have a point here, but I wouldn't say that I completely agree with you, because, in my opinion, the most thing depends on personality. Because you know that always after getting a lot of weight, people try to lose their weight, and they go on diet, but it has very negative effect on their health. And you should not very pay attention in your diet. Just in my opinion, you should try the solve way why I got on the weight, and you should avoid yourself sedentary life. Just that's all.
And Elvin, you know, in some developed countries, in European countries, uh, we have some fitness centers which are free of charge, and people can use them to do some exercises and to keep their bodies fit. And I think that governments should encourage people to
Sen, I'm sorry for
join.
interruption, really,
Yeah.
but at the beginning of the our university, you looked a little bit overweight, but now I can see that you have lost a lot of weight. What have you done?
Oh, a month ago, I was on a diet, and
Really?
maybe you will not trust your ears. I lost approximately 14 kilograms.
14 kilograms.
Ah, really? And I feel very more healthy now, and uh, I also recommend this to you.
And this proves that if you are if you made a tremendous effort in terms of keeping yourself body, everything depends on personality, and there is nothing for humans that is impossible. If you want, you can do anything. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes, Shane, thank you very much for coming here and for sharing your ideas with me. It was my pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
And thank you for bringing this interesting topic into our discussion.